We all live these lives that have everyday rhythms. We go to work, we go home, we play. You're expecting that your life will just continue on as normal, and then all of a sudden, something happens. You're not prepared for it. Out of the blue, you're hurt at work, and your life is changed. The things you take for granted can all of a sudden be taken away. That's why we do what we do. We help you get your life back.
It was a normal day, and all of a sudden, this explosion happened. All I could hear was just loud booms, and I could see fireballs across the room, and I could just hear screaming. It was complete chaos. After the explosion, I wasn't able to drive. I wasn't able to do anything with my right arm. It took about 2 years before I was able to go back to work.
The accident changed my life to where I can't do anything that I used to do without help.
We've had to restructure our life. We've had to restructure our whole future because of it.
It can be very confusing when you've been injured on the job. You go from getting a paycheck to maybe not getting a paycheck. Sometimes workers' comp claims are accepted, but sometimes they're denied. Sometimes the employer doesn't accept responsibility for the claim. And our team knows how to force them to take responsibility, take them to a hearing, and make them accept responsibility, and knows what all the benefits are that people are entitled to.
I was so overwhelmed, I contacted our family lawyer, someone that I trusted to give me sound advice, and he referred us to David Stradley.
Our practice is statewide. Our workers' comp team knows the law, has tons of experience practicing before the Industrial Commission, and knows how to help people navigate that system.
They were there to help me, and that was all I needed.
We're very fortunate to have Chris West heading up our workers' comp practice. Chris is a very experienced attorney and has worked, in fact, on both sides of the fence in workers' comp.
I spent about 10 years of my career representing insurance companies. So I learned through that 10 years of experience what insurance companies do, what sort of tactics they use, and that gives us a distinct advantage. We can anticipate very early on what the insurance company is going to do, what tactics they're going to use, what arguments they're going to make. And by being able to anticipate that, we can go ahead and take those things into account and try to address those arguments before the defense even makes them.
A workman's comp case is very complicated. You should never try to handle it on your own. I was so overwhelmed. There's so many laws involved with it. You need legal help.
Contact an attorney before you start talking to the adjuster. What any injured worker needs to understand is that that adjuster is going to be making at least the initial determination as to whether or not your injury is covered by workers' compensation. And you also need to be aware that that adjuster is the adversary. They're not your friend. They're not there to help you. They are actually there to save the insurance company money.
They gave me the good and the bad, and they let me know straight up what was going to happen. And I felt like they were very honest people.
Because we have experienced lawyers in both workers' compensation and personal injury cases, we can work collaboratively to help people who have been injured on the job by the fault of someone else. It really does maximize the recovery that the person can get. It maximizes the amount of money that they walk away with when you have one firm handling both sides of the case.
I felt so relieved when I contacted David Stradley's office, because that burden that I had on me, that I was trying to take care of everything, they just took over and went with it. I would highly recommend them.
David and Chris, they helped me a lot. They helped me get my life together, helped me go through the ordeal that I went through, and they helped me to overall get myself back together.
And that's what we're here for. We're here to help people get their lives back.